We know that Spidey's villains will be coming through the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home. But how exactly are some of the villains able to show up if we never actually saw them die? Specifically a villain like the Lizard, for example. He was just in a containment unit. Kirk Connors was fine. So let's talk about the theory that it's not the Lizard from TASM 1. So quite obviously, we know that some of the characters, at least in Spider-Man No Way Home, will be versions that are taken from their moment of death and dropped into the MCU. Now, of course, many people have speculated that, well, at some point, yeah, the Lizard probably dies. Now, we didn't see him die, so how? How is he also still the Lizard? That doesn't make sense. Kirk Connors was fine. So what's going on here? So there's a lot of speculation in regards to what they might be doing here, that they might be hiding something. Now, the most popular theory, and this is automatically the one I had, we might have talked about it on the show, I don't remember. Anyways, though, it's that the Lizard we're going to see in No Way Home is not the same Lizard we saw in The Amazing Spider-Man. It's in fact going to be a variant. So hear me out. At the end of Spider-Man, or The Amazing Spider-Man, my god, this is getting complex. Anyways, at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man, he's battling Peter Parker, and we see that they're on top of that giant building. The giant battle's going on, right? And there's almost a moment where we see that the Lizard goes tumbling off the side and, well, he would die. But that doesn't happen. What if the variant we get in this is a version that actually ended up dying? That would make sense, right? So it's a variant. It's not the exact same thing. Slight different alterations to the story. So we're not getting that specific Lizard that we had that turns into Kirk Connors. We're getting one where he's full-on evil still. He never has that chance to be cured and, become Kirk Connors again. Essentially, he's still gone mad, and the Lizard part is controlling him, which honestly, that would make sense. That does work, right? Because that makes sense in the context of what you're trying to do here. And I think realistically, it's crazy to expect that every single villain is going to be the same exact version we saw in a previous film. Like, coincidentally, that to happen if the entire multiverse is opening up is just, it's too much, right? It's like, oh, it just so happens that the exact film version showed up. Like, that's trying way too hard. Now, telling us, well, it's Andrew Garfield from TASM, yes, but guess what? He's got to face the Lizard again now, because, as you guessed it, this is a variant version, if that battle went a different way. That I can buy. That anybody can buy. It's not coincidence, right? It's not like, oh, things just perfectly lined up to get us here. That's like a plot contrivance convenience that just doesn't work, and it kind of makes it seem sloppy and lazy. But having them be a variant, which we already had a full show literally telling us what variants are, is now more acceptable by the common man out there, not just us nerds. So I'm going to go with the theory that he's not the same version, he's a variant of what we saw before.